All right, so it's the Warner Brothers logo.
Play.
Yeah. No, I meant like Documentary Now, the TV series where they do a parody
Yeah,
of.
I know, but it's all documentaries still that they do parodies of.
Yeah, there's always a different type of. It's usually the volume's all the way up.
Okay, cool.
This is Dirty Harry. This is Don Siegel's Dirty Harry, starring Clint Eastwood, the manliest man of all the men that ever manned. And you've seen this?
Yeah.
Do you know the 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world? That was written by John Milius, who's a ghostwriter on this. And he's Walter from Big Lebowski.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he never, I don't know if he pulled a gun on a bowling alley, but he did pull a gun on a studio executive one time.
I thought Walter was John Goodman's character.
No. It's based on. Those two guys are based on real people.
Now I get what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, Jeff Lebowski's based on a studio executive that they know, a producer they know.
Is his name Jeff Lebowski or is it something similar?
Jeff something or other.
Jeff something Jewy.
Jeff something Jewy.
Something Jewski, I guess.
Alright, so this hippie just shot a lady in a swimming pool right in the back.
Look at that head of hair. God damn.
He is so fucking slick in this. Dude, the glasses, the fucking hairdo, the fucking outfit.
All he does is fucking whisper.
People break my balls about wearing this fucking, about wearing trench coats. Fashion began. There was fashion before Marilyn Manson. You fucking illiterates. If I fucking came in one day dressed like
Honestly,
Dirty Harry, they'll never get that reference. They'll just fucking think, hey, you look like a teacher.
Although from afar, him coming up, especially with that haircut, he looks like that guy. I think it's in the James Bond movie Jaws. The dude with like.
Oh, I love Jaws.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what it looked like as he was running up. Does he ever yell in any of his movies, Clint?
I think he raises his voice a few times in this. Because there's a lot of issues he has. He's one man. He's the cop who fights the system in order to protect the public. And by the system, I mean the Constitution. Yeah, he believes the Constitution.
He's a dirty cop to make sure cops stay clean. That's the kind of cop Dirty Harry is.
He's like, well, that's the Fourth Amendment. You need a warrant for to search somebody, to search like that guy's house. Yeah, the Fourth Amendment's for homos. I think that's a line in the movie.
How you gonna kill an innocent broad? A broad.
She was a broad.
In broad daylight, hey.
Oh, I thought you meant.
I'm Clint Eastwood. I make.
Hey.
Dude, Clint Eastwood. What if? I want to start telling people that Clint Eastwood got started doing stand up.
Hey, there's never. Hey, Mister. There's never an excuse. There's never an excuse to raise your hand to a bitch.
You ever seen a punk ass Asian run in your front lawn? I love the fucking text and credits and shit like that and opening scenes of old movies like this.
I love the music.
Yeah. You know what I realized the other day? I was watching a movie, and they had that they don't do the inner world.
They don't do the what?
Inner world in trailers.
Oh, that guy was probably in high school.
Yeah, no, I know. I was like a fucking 80s or 90s movie that had previews. And it was 3 different ones.
That motherfucker was in high school.
This is the basic plot of this movie. And I was like, man, they stopped doing that. They just put words on the screen for us to read.
In a world where you need a hall pass to go take a shit.
Or they just make a movie based on a book, so you should know what it's about already, you cunt.
You'd be surprised. Every movie is based on a book somehow.
Yes, Paul, I know without a format, a screenplay is kind of like a book. But
No, I mean, like, there's just was a time. There was a time when that just wasn't done. People just bought properties. They never really wrote original script. It was really rare to write an original script. I believe it's a bullet. I believe this goes into a gun.
Here.
I have proof that woman was shot. It's a bullet shell.
Here's a paper envelope.
Oh, the bullets hit her back. I'm following the rules, Chief. I put the bullet in an envelope.
Judge is like, you couldn't even put it in a fucking in a plastic bag, dude. You have the wherewithal to stick a pin in it to not put your fingerprints on it, but you can't get a fucking plastic bag. You fucking pansy.
Dude, there's a trick to always seeming cool. And if any of you incels out there, we should probably save this advice for a taxi driver. Yeah, be a cop. Is one good way to get laid. Chew gum. Always chew gum. Scorpio. This is based on Zodiac. You ever seen Zodiac?
I haven't, actually.
That's such a great movie.
With Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Was Jaws the original grill?
Huh?
The Jaws in the James Bond movies, was he the original, like, all chrome teeth grill having motherfucker? Did black people steal that from us?
I don't know. When was that? The 70s?
Things don't get much whiter than James Bond.
Let me think. There was a movie called Phantom of the Paradise that Brian De Palma did. Where it had a guy with a silver grill. I don't know what year that was. Like a blaxploitation film. It was probably early 70s. Nah, it was that. It was like a B movie, but it was like a musical with Paul Williams. He wrote he's that midget from Cannonball Run who wrote all the music for the Muppet movie. He wrote Rainbow Connection.
Okay.
And yeah, he was in that. So had him and some other people. I don't know. Would you watch that Naked Gun clip I sent?
No.
There's a clip where he goes, when I see a something or else, it's this preposterous thing that they say. You'll see it. And then, and so they show the Leslie Nielsen version. He's like, I don't want an incident like what happened in the park last year. Hey, when I see 7 crazy guys in their underwear, in tights, stabbing a complete innocent unarmed stranger in the park, I shoot the bastard. That's my policy. And that was a Shakespeare in the Park production of Macbeth, you dumbass. He says something almost that preposterous in this. They're gonna play this creeps game. Once the Berkeley liberals make their appearance, that's when it gets really funny.
In this movie, there's an internal affairs guy, right? And he's like one of the assholes.
Here it is.
He was black.
This conversation would never happen. Hey, it's more like when I see a black guy with a counterfeit 20, I choke him to death. That's my policy. That's who would argue with a naked man with a heart on and a butcher knife chasing a woman, and you shoot him. That's like...
Hey, be careful out there. We don't want you going around and being an actual hero. Don't save someone that's actually in danger. You put the people in danger.
Yes, that's your job.
You fucking idiot.
You fucked up because they had a butcher knife.
Bro, that's too many cigarettes.
Hey man, those... I just love the idea. Because this whole movie is an argument against the Constitution. So I just imagine there's... Hey, those seven black guys gang raping that woman was their First Amendment right to protest, Callahan. You violated their Constitution. Oh, wow. He's got eyes in the back of his head. I think this is where the myth of the one bad apple, of the good cop, comes from. It's from Dirty Harry movies. This movie was made 2 years after Fred Hampton was murdered by the police. You know how they got him? He was sleeping in bed, and a whole mess of them pulled up to the apartment where he was staying. They knew his room, and then they just shot bullets through the wall and killed him in his sleep.
That's gnarly. They literally did some fucking gang shit.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
No,
it was like a scene out of Colors.
That's a drive-by shooting. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
That's the whole intent, is to hopefully hit somebody through a wall or window.
And at no point did the chief say, "We don't fire guns into people's houses. That's our policy."
Although he makes the stereotype of just going straight for the gun, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. I was eating lunch and a guy robbed a fucking bank. Sure was lucky I was there to gun the fuckers down.
Well, by the way, how often does that happen where you just go have a lunch and there's a bank robbery across the street?
Right across the street.
And I happen to have a 44 Magnum in my fucking...
I feel like if somebody's gonna rob a bank, it's probably not gonna be one in the middle of the city. They're probably gonna find one that's kinda out of the way.
Do you want to hear the weirdest fucking piece of cop movie trivia?
Sure.
Okay, this is in Zodiac, by the way. So the cop that went after Zodiac, which is who this is based on, does not like this movie, by the way, and is not a fan of this movie. Bullet, which is one of my favorite cop movies.
So the guy that's not a fan is who Dirty Harry's based on?
Sort of, not kind of. Well, the real cop that went after Zodiac, I forgot his name, but Mark Ruffalo plays him in Zodiac. So Bullet is based on him. Well, like Steve McQueen followed him around for a while because he's kind of a famous cop in San Francisco. So he was nothing like Dirty Harry. Wait. Five. No, 6. I fired 6 bullets. I didn't count.
You ever watch videos of people shooting magnums, or like Desert Eagle pistols, not like expecting them to have
a kick?
The drawback that they have, and it just fucking pops them in the fucking face?
I have a hard time. I fired a couple of those type of guns, and 9mm. I can't do it.
That's a tough gun to be the first gun you shoot.
Wait. I love this line. He's got to know.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I got to know. You can actually look into the
fake news.
Yeah, you can look. You can actually look into the chamber. By the way, nice smile. He's got a good smile. But no. Basically, my point is that cop invented the inside holster.
Oh, interesting.
That's an actual cop invented that, and then
it's
Steve McQueen took it. Steve McQueen took it from him.
Of course.
And
just
then,
like rock and roll music.
I love this little trick here. So the black guy says, "I got to know," after robbing a bank. And then the exact following shot, he's in a hospital and the doctor's black.
Dude, they literally already had more black people than 10 seasons of Friends. That's fucking... And this movie was made in, like, what, like 78 or some shit?
Yeah. I've been hearing a lot, but hold on. I've been hearing a lot about white guilt online, and it's usually from conservatives. And what I find fascinating is that usually you only see actual white guilt from actual conservatives. And that would be an example of white guilt. You just fucking made a caricature of a black guy, right?
Just do it, you doctor.
And then your next move, and your next move, like if you were like a commie, you'd be like, you wouldn't fucking pay attention. But they have all those, and so they made the Dr. Black. I always like the Bonnie situation in Pulp Fiction, because like he wrote like him, a white guy himself, dropping N-bombs instead of just casting another black guy. He casted his dumb, bad acting in a part and totally fucks up what would have been a perfect movie.
That's what you... What is it like? That's what you look like, man. You look like a loser or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, he was funny in that part. But like when he's trying to talk like Clint Eastwood, he's like, "I know my coffee's good, Jules. I buy the stuff."
Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah, you've seen Pulp Fiction, right?
Yeah.
So you remember when they go, the Bonnie situation, when they go to the house,
okay.
and Tarantino meets them there, and they're drinking coffee.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember what you're saying.
And he starts dropping N-bombs.
Why are you acting like... Right? Isn't that what
My brother is very racist. He thought it was funny.
Of course he did.
I thought it was funny too. But
I was probably like 17 or 18, and I was like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming either. Well, there's a lot of I didn't see it coming, but I thought it was funny that they made the wife black when they imagined her, Bonnie, as black. Like, I think they do that all the time. Like, when they do something racist, they have to immediately follow it up with casting a black. It's like the only way. Like, every black actor in Hollywood's like, I gotta wait for Tarantino to say something racist so I can be in the next scene. Dirty Harry's partners always get killed, and it's always at an affirmative action move.
Dirty, I mean, like, he's a badass cop, but he also wears fucking burgundy sweater vest and
love burgundy sweater vest. I really love the way he dresses, man.
No, especially for the period, he's fly as fuck.
I used to wear shit like that all the time. I used to wear a sweater vest with a tie.
I guess they look a lot cooler when the jacket's on.
Like in 08.
Vests are weird to me. Like
10 years ago.
But like,
or like V-neck sweaters.
Dude, that looks like it looks like the suit Napoleon Dynamite is wearing at the end of the movie.
Napoleon Dynamite looks pretty good.
Oh, I love that movie. That's like,
his hair?
Definitely in my top 10, might be in my top 5. Definitely my top 5 comedy.
Yeah.
That movie's fucking great.
That movie is funny. Did you ever see Gentlemen Broncos? That's the follow-up?
No.
It was pretty good too.
It's like in the same universe with same characters?
It's the same guy, so
okay.
it's not as ridiculous.
Yeah. That dude also made Nacho Libre.
Yeah, there's normal people in it. They're just a little eccentric, but there's like one main character that's just hilarious. He's like it's all about like fantasy writers. It's in the world of fantasy writers. Because I finger broads. They call me Dirty Harry because I finger broads when I search them.
And why do they call you Dirty Harry? And he just goes...
I smells like asshole. By the way,
What is that fucking actor's name?
Oh yeah, he does
name?
look familiar. A lot of Don Siegel's a B movie director. He did Invasion of the Body Snatchers was like, so like a lot of these actors are just like Eastwood wasn't even that big just yet because this is like after not too long after The Good and the Bad and the Ugly and all that.
Yeah.
So a lot of these actors I don't know, but dude, the fucking Dean Wormer is fucking boss. That I love. 0. Mr. Blutarski 0.0.
I got an itchy calf. Gotta blow some brains out. He looks like Marty McFly's dad.
It's a Scorpio. We agree, but need time to get money. Be patient. As opposed to Zodiac, who had the front page, motherfucker. That dude owned the press for like 10 years. He was like the Kanye.
Oh, dude, I got a fucking haircut, and that bitch
stabbed you?
No, she got my earlobe hair, though. I don't know how. I don't remember feeling it. I just the other day noticed that it wasn't there anymore. I was quite upset.
Oh, really? You want to keep it?
Yeah, dude. That shit was sick. It was getting me through quarantine.
Really? Just fondling your earlobe? I just use my dick.
There's something to live for.
I gotta be honest, sometimes this sounds really gross, but sometimes one thing I miss about being young is zits.
Why, popping them?
Just wait until it,
Oh, dude, why?
It's like giving birth to a child.
I got two right
No, it just reminded me of gross stuff that,
dude, no, I've been waiting for like the past 4 days for these.
You're lucky they go away.
This dude too, he looks just like
Yeah, they all look familiar. There's a lot of like weird actors.
He's got a fucking retarded chin. Dang, he's gonna kill him because he's black and gay?
I was just about to say that. Wait a second. What makes you think he's gay? Is it the purple? The purple Afghan? What do you call those?
I'll say the way he was strutting. He was rather light in the loafers.
Licking ice cream, and he's got a purple. God, what do you call those?
He was deep throating one of those rocket pops, like
poncho, whatever you fuck. He's licking ice cream with a purple poncho in San Francisco. I'm not good at math, but I can add 2 + 2.
Dylan Roof's
Oh my God, they are gaying it up. Look, he's sitting like he's sitting like Childish Gambino.
He's just like, they're so cute.
Oh, I thought he was gonna oil his gun. I was like, nice timing, Mr. Procrastinator. Yeah, dude. Okay, here's another little bit of myth. So San Francisco is where Harvey Milk is from, so he's about to waste a gay guy like anyone would care. A cop shot the mayor of San Francisco, murdered him, and Harvey Milk, and they gave him he did less than 5 years because he told the jury that he ate too many Twinkies and it made him crazy.
Really?
And they were like,
so you went in some sort of
hey,
hypoglycemic craze.
Yeah, he said
that's fucking absurd.
Yeah, exactly. Because they managed to get a pro-death penalty jury, which was stupid. Which didn't make any fucking sense.
I know. That guy kind of looks like Richard Grieco. His partner. Am I thinking of the right person?
I love me some Richard Grieco.
Doesn't he kind of look like him? He doesn't have the prominent of a jawline, but I might be thinking of the wrong person.
He looks like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite. They would be so good in this. Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry, you got to read him his rights. They throw case out if you don't read him his rights. Have you been going on Facebook since the riot started?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can't believe some of the fucking...
Yeah.
The weirdest fucking fights I've gotten into.
Yeah, I don't engage people.
I kind of got worn out.
It's not worth it. The main thing I fight now on Facebook is telling myself not to comment your mom on like a question.
I did it to a white supremacist.
Posts. Like that's like literally I fight it all the time, just seeing that and being like, God, saying your mom right here would be funny as fuck.
There's a thing called the offensive comedy, which I'm really just add to put the show on, right? To add clips of the show. And that thing, when this fucking riot started, just became like first it was just I can't breathe jokes, and like their idea of a joke, they're not even that funny, or like, it's like a baboon straggling on another baboon. It's like I was like, and the thing kept popping up on my feed, and I'm like, dude, should I even be on this page? I'm like, I feel like this is like FBI bait. Like, what the fuck is this shit? And then it just became propaganda. It started becoming propaganda. And I just got into an argument like this afternoon with it wasn't even an argument because these fucking pussies don't even want to argue. And I would just fucking I just would just say shit about their dad. Like, when your dad was fucking you in the ass, did he feel like he was making a man out of you? Or... Because it kind of turned you into a little whiny bitch. Lethal Weapon stole this. Oh, he's peeking in there. He starts pulling out his dick and jerking off. That's why they call him Dirty Harry. What are these Asian people up to?
They're bringing coronavirus to America.
They're in blankets. Oh, we should just invent a conspiracy theory here. Chinese people put coronavirus on our phones.
Oh, damn, there's some titties.
And that's how they spread.
Ooh.
Oh,
body.
yeah. Oh, they're doing to him like they're beating him up like he was a fucking black jogger. That's the thing about these movies, man, that it pisses me off. Everything that they do is justified somehow. This is a misunderstanding. They're attacking because of titties. They're attacking him because it's a misunderstanding. Dirty Harry never actually does anything illegal.
Yeah.
You got the cum stain on your sweater, Dirty Harry.
The guy that made fucking Training Day, he was like, it's like Dirty Harry if he was an asshole.
Dirty Harry's an asshole.
You know what I mean?
Dirty Harry is an asshole.
Well, you know what I mean, though. Like,
yeah.
Because he's not a dirty cop.
Well, Training Day was The Shield.
I've never seen The Shield. Is
Shield,
that a show?
Shield was about... You know what's funny? The Shield was a TV show on FX. It was originally called Ramparts. And Ramparts are the cops that allegedly killed Biggie Smalls and worked with, they were criminals. They were essentially a gang in LA. They were a gang unit that became a gang.
Right. And
started selling drugs and stuff. And so the Shield is called Ramparts, but then they changed it to Shield because of the Ramparts is too controversial. And they're just... it's just about a gang of cops that fucking work with drug dealers and stuff. And sometimes they catch criminals, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they work with criminals. Sometimes they commit crimes. They murder people. In the very first episode... Well, I don't want to ruin it if you ever watch it. I don't know where you'd find it, though.
You can ruin it. I don't give a shit.
The commission... He's great, dude, because he was very short... But they don't make any optical illusions about it. Like, he'll get confrontational with dudes.
Look at those glasses, dude.
With, Anthony Anderson.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I love those glasses. And he'll be like this.
Fucking Hunter S. Thompson, dude. Hunter S. Hop, son. Don't be a fucking pussy.
Okay, now, here's a perfect example.
Like those Gooks and Nom. jump.
Firemen are right there. They're going to go up. Dirty Harry's going to go up because there's a guy threatening to jump off the building. Now, when we talk about defunding the police, this is the type of shit we're talking about. He shouldn't be doing this. He's not qualified to do this.
Yeah, there's no reason that he should be just on the lift alone. Like,
he doesn't even have a helmet.
Like, megaphones were invented by now. Like, that's usually what they do now.
Yeah, I know.
And somebody makes their way up there. But, like, plus, they call the guy Dirty Harry. Like, what is, I don't. It's weird.
I know.
It's weird the idea of just having any cop go whenever they're dealing with like a jumper. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have like a specific 3 to 5 police officers that are there to help specifically like talk people down. They're just like, yeah, dude, you can make somebody realize that they have a reason to live.
Hey, there's James
Therapy
Woods.
couldn't do it. Medication couldn't do it. But you, Mr. Officer...
Oh, Dirty Harry can do it because he knows... Because he doesn't fuck around. Another illusion created by the police. You know, you can get... All you get ahead of life. All you got to do is break a few rules. Yeah, no. You break rules. You break rules to survive, but... Like, you know... There's a James Woods movie called Cop where it's Dirty Harry if he really was an asshole. Because in the very first fucking scene, he goes and fucks a witness while his partner does all the fucking work.
That's sick.
He's constantly banging witnesses. He gets suspended and goes after the guy anyways, because all he really cares about is catching this dude.
Oh yeah, he just talks shit, so the guy jumps on it, right? And he can grab him.
Oh yeah.
That's so fucking ridiculous.
You son of a bitch.
Do you yeah, like, what does he think this guy's fucking 7? Like, how... You're gonna taunt a man, a suicidal, but like, you're the least of his worries, dude.
I think one of the onlookers had a KFC box. Is he chicken watching it?
Was it just a shameless KFC plug that they just put in there?
Oh, this is before those days. Did you see the pictures? I posted one on Facebook. The pictures of the different guys like holding Pepsi while the riots were going on, and then putting it in the frame, like, cause and then one dude actually went up to the line of cops and gave him a Pepsi.
And was he like, I wanna go?
Somebody posted it, and they're like, I can't believe somebody actually did it.
If you're gonna give me a Pepsi product, it better be Mountain Dew. You fucking idiot.
Dude, that's the age of fucking irony in the middle of a violent, fascist, authoritarian fucking police riot. Somebody fucking did a parody of a Kylie Jenner, of a poorly thought out Kylie Jenner
that's
ad.
the one. Cause I was talking to somebody and I was like,
well, I confused them all.
Yeah, I know. I was
all
like,
3 of them, Kylie, Kendall, and Caitlyn.
I was just
can't
like,
tell them apart.
I was just like, where's the Jenner girl with a Pepsi when you need her, man?
Yeah, I just jerk off to any of them. It doesn't matter which one. Kylie, Kendall, or
gosh, that
Caitlyn or
lit.
Kristen. What? Oh, yeah.
It's perfect.
#1 movie star for 10 years.
Think he was a generous love maker? I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. Dude, you ever hear the story? Dude, he took his wife. He married this one woman.
Come on, why can't they do some gory shit? The movie's already rated R. Like,
He fucking destroyed his fucking ex-wife's career. She died last year, a couple years ago. When they divorced, man, she could not find work at all.
what? There was a point in time where ambulances looked like that?
I saw a really old timey ambulance at the
Did
Barrett
you see
Jackson.
that? It looked like a fucking UPS truck. Never seen that before.
I saw an old milk truck at Barrett Jackson. It's the most powerful handgun in the world. Fact check that. That it is the most powerful handgun in the world. It cannot blow your head clean off, though. But Dirty Harry may have had a different idea of how
maybe with a hollow
black people's
point.
heads work. Yeah.
Stupid bullshit. Yeah, I know. I mean, dude, the gun that would actually blow a person's head clean off, one would need to be a flawless shot.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's an explosive, of course. But like, it would have to be like a perfect.
It had to be close up. Like an elephant gun, like right to your face. You ever seen? There's a great movie, Invasion USA. It's a Chuck Norris movie, and he shoots a guy. It ends where he shoots a guy like point blank with a fucking rocket launcher.
No, that's awesome, bro.
And he just flies out the window. I don't think that's how that would work. I think he'd both be fucking dead.
There's one Chuck Norris movie where he goes to kick a terrorist and like he does like a whole like 360 wind up thing and gets him in this dude.
Gets him what?
He kicks this dude, right? And I swear to God, he like goes like this and they fucking added strings to him and fucking twisted him and moved him like 13 feet in the fucking air, and he was just spinning the whole fucking time. Like Chuck Norris just fucking shattered this dude's spleen and kicked him across the fucking room.
God, those are great movies. The older the Chuck Norris movie, the better.
Yeah, it was a later one. It was called like the President's Man too, or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, so he was like old.
Yeah, it was one of the. I think it was one of the like made for TV ones.
Oh yeah, that was pretty. That period, late Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
awful.
there wasn't gore, but they made up for it with like ridiculous shit like that.
Yeah, the canon Chuck Norris is okay. The early Chuck Norris movies are just strange. Dude, he's always Dirty Harry's always spying on people. This is why they call him Dirty Harry, because it's not like he violates any rules except for peeking in windows and shit.
You don't need a warrant to look at a bitch's titties through a window.
I was looking at that vagina. The Constitution's for homos.
I have a little warrant. Its name is binoculars.
I suppose, Mr. Berkeley, if I were looking to spy on a guy, that'd be okay. No, that would also not be okay.
But since she's got tits, it's all wrong.
Now I gotta hear about the Constitution again. Bill of Rights. Bill of what?
What are you so sensitive about? What is this, 2018? With your flying cars.
That's the funniest, dude. Debating right-wingers about the riot is so fucking easy because immediately they think you're a fucking neo-lib and they want to call you a snowflake, so then you just start fucking talking about, you start doing aristocrat shit and fucking humiliating them.
I mean, calling somebody a snowflake, like, snowflakes don't riot. Like, the whole snowflake thing is centered around being sensitive and cowardly, you know what I mean? Like, you're calling somebody that because they're
yeah, exactly
fucking throwing rocks through the windows of a goddamn Best Buy.
Yeah, what you're saying is if every time, as if the cops fucking strangled somebody you wouldn't do shit about it. You'd stay at home like a fucking pussy. Did you see God, I really. Well, this guy says goes online. He goes, so you want to get rid of the cops and you want to get rid of guns. So what would you do if I slapped you? What are you gonna do when I slap you? Okay, well first of all, you ain't slapping nobody, Slappy.
think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, well, he ain't here right now, and he's getting fucking yes, and he's getting booked. What the fuck is going on down there?
It's not hard to succeed down there.
For real?
I mean, I guess not. Although, like,
we should find a cheap town down there and fucking just
kill.
Most
of the people, a lot of people I've talked to say that they go to other towns with smaller scenes.
Yeah.
Or, like, scenes that are, like, about the size of ours, I guess, and just fucking destroy.
Like, I did really good in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Not so good in Denver.
A comic, he, like, has lived in Nashville. He moved back to Nashville.
That's cheap to live, probably.
Yeah, somewhere in Tennessee. And he was like, dude, he was like, I got to the point where, like, I would just be like, just give the gift card to the second place person. Like, because he just, every week.
He was Hugo at Seesaw.
Basically. Yeah. Fucking three-peater, dude. Fucking Hugo.
Yeah, he's like the Jordan of fucking...
Well, let's make a fucking four-part docu-series about Hugo killing at an open mic a bunch of times.
It's not a bad idea if you just put some rando open micer.
The funny
probably
thing
be Raton, though.
The funny thing is that I feel like Hugo would be low-key, like, pissed about it. Just because of the way, like, the way his, like, self-esteem works, you know what I mean? He'd be like, oh, they're fucking complimenting me. I hate this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he's definitely fucking humble about it.
Exactly. Like, Hugo hates when people say that he did well. He'd always just be like, nah.
Although, when I came to you and I said, Hugo's moving, so you want to call me to do the show, he, like, came up to me, like, he said, like, next time we were talking about it, he's like, oh, yeah, even though you're replacing me. I was like, what? I think that I seemed it. I was like, I didn't think he would take that personally because he seemed so fucking humble and shit.
Oh, no, he was totally kidding.
Yeah, he must have. He had to have been. All right, sometimes I don't know when he's kidding.
No, he was...
I saw him doing high energy shit on stage like that last show before he left. And I was like, is he doing that on purpose?
I'm so mad that I missed that. I've only seen him do it for glimpses. I was so mad that I missed that fucking set.
Oh, it didn't last the whole set. It was the opening. It was like, he was like, how you doing? He was like doing, I was like, dude, is he fucking trolling us or what?
It's just what you do sometimes whenever it's a night of everybody bombing. You're like, fuck it, let's go up there and do some different shit. God, I miss going up.
But anyways, yeah, that's the guy we're talking about. And I just love that idea that it was the one thing. Sometimes I've been posting.
It's great though.
I post the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz singing "If I Only Had a Brain," but I'd been hurting his feelings so much I just didn't want to fucking do it. What were we saying?
Oh, you post about working out early in the morning, and it always ends with the same thing: the path. Following the path of most resistance, no talent required. And I gotta say, I appreciate that he's realizing that he's not talented. You know what I mean? Like, he does a lot of dumb shit, but it's like, that's progress.
Yeah. Wow.
Apparently he's wherever he's from in Texas talented.
Well, I guess he'll do fine there. I really went at it with one person. I mean, I had to slow my roll with some of that stuff.
Why is all of this evidence just wrapped in a fucking handkerchief? Like, label this shit, dude. Like, that's dirty, like, literally.
Yeah, that's dirty, filthy Harry. Dirty, filthy Harry.
Like, that's a tooth that's been pulled out of somebody's face, wrapped in a handkerchief, and then you're just gonna put it back in your fucking pocket.
Oh yeah, it came with a finger.
I do. I love the fucking elbow pads on blazers.
Oh yeah. I wonder if I got that on the one I wore.
It's a fucking killer.
I kind of got that on the one I wore.
People give you shit about your trench coat, but you have a very subtle trench coat.
Yeah.
Like
you, dude. I know.
Some people wouldn't even know.
I have never heard a Marilyn Manson record in my fucking life. Dude, I got that because, dude, I'm a Mad Men fan. That's why I got that fucking coat.
The show?
Yeah, Mad Men. I like Bullet.
I never watched Mad Men.
I like 60s and 70s shit, dude. Michael Caine.
Yeah, I never watched Mad Men.
You can't tell from my glass. I wear glasses. I wear black horn rim glasses.
He does have a pretty killer look. That's how we should start dressing on stage, dude.
No shit.
Let's both just get dirty, hairy suits.
Fuck yeah. Dude, just dress like just like Gary Shandling on the Tonight Show and shit, you know?
Man.
Dude, dating material, you know? My girlfriend. I broke up with my girlfriend. She moved in with another guy. That's where I draw the line. Alright, what was the line? Hold on. God, guys, I just told that joke so wrong. Oh, your joke about, yeah, I was cutting one of the clips and then you told me that COVID joke. And I laughed. In the video, I laugh immediately, but then I start going like, maybe if you said it this way, it would like, and I was like, dude, I mean, that joke works fine. I don't know why.
No,
I've done that to myself.
I think
second guessing.
I think you're right because like.
I mean, you'll know.
The amount of times that I've just hit somebody, like especially comics, because, like, I mean, they say trim the fat.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever you're pitching something, it's like you either over-explain it or you just like almost take out too much.
Yeah.
But the comedian, like, you know, we kind of know how our brains work, so we can put it together if that makes any sense. But just like some person in a random audience wouldn't really, because they don't know how that person thinks at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like, because it happened when I went to LA, I just pitched shit to Mo and Hugo and them, and they were like, oh wow, yeah, do that. I mean, I did it without asking, so it seemed natural. And then I tried them and they all bombed.
Really?
Super hard. Yeah.
I don't know if that always. I don't necessarily know.
So like, yeah, like that's one thing I think I have to think about is between. Although we should watch the movie, not talk about it.
I always apologize in a joke, and I end up adding too much to it in order to do that, and making it hit less. It just gets watered down.
Yeah.
This is when the movie devolves into a reality contest. This is like an episode of fucking The Apprentice or some shit. Gotta get to the phones.
It's The Amazing Race.
The Amazing Racist.
What if he just goes faggot?
What are you, a police officer? Fag. That's the best. Dude, that's the best is all these businesses that won't serve cops anymore. And the cops are like, oh, that's discrimination. And then they find out, oh, actually, no, it's not. It doesn't cover your occupation, dude. But some cops believe they were born to be cops. I can't help it. I have to be a cop, man.
It's so weird because they have to pass a psych test. Like, they screen them to make sure that they're psychologically and mentally...
like an observe and report. You've seen observe and report?
Well, yeah, but he fails.
Like, I know.
Imagine the people
the
who
system
failed.
works.
That's actually, I think, an underappreciated movie.
I saw that. Me and my friend saw that in a movie theater.
I found that movie...
Snuck booze in there.
Quite
it was
hilarious.
Great. That movie was great. Well, I read about it, and it got described...
I would say it was better the second time I watched it.
Yeah, they said if Taxi Driver was a comedy, ignoring the fact that Taxi Driver was actually pretty funny, but... It was
well,
good.
he's a cop, not a detective. Why don't they just use some of the money that they're defunding the cops with and just get some CCTV up in this biznatch? It works in England, dude.
Dude, have you ever fucking... Like, I think I said on Facebook, there was a time when, like, if you locked your keys in your car, you can call the cops. They come over and they jimmy it open for you.
My friend has done that, and I was like, this was probably like, shit, 8 years ago, but, like, yeah, and I remember just being like, what? The cop will do that? And then he didn't, like, ask for a license.
Yeah.
Or, like, to make sure that the the car actually belonged to the kid.
Yeah, they don't actually do that anymore.
Yeah.
So, since then, I've never had a cop do anything useful for me. I've never, like, I got my car robbed one time. They stole my laptop. And I called the cops. I don't even know why I bothered to report it. And it was almost like the Big Lebowski where he's like, hey, you got any leads? And the lady's like, the lady goes, well, you know, to be honest, you know, if somebody's murdered and they happen to have your laptop, you might get it back. And it's true because my friend got burglarized and I can't remember what he said, but he's like, dude, you know, I think when they recover stolen items, they keep them. Like, they don't, like, actually give them to the people who got robbed. Like, if you get robbed, cops don't do anything.
I mean, if it's a car. But yeah, no, you're totally right.
Cops show up afterwards. They don't stop crime from happening.
Yeah, no, they inflict punishment. They don't prevent crime.
And 9 times out of 10, you're getting robbed because that motherfucker doesn't have a job that pays well. Of course you're going to want to steal rather than working at fucking McDonald's. That's not, you got to put on that stupid uniform, and the grease fucking gets caught in the uniform. You feel like it's going into your pores, and you're making, like, prisoner wages. Yeah, of course you fucking...
Prisoners get paid in hours unless of their sentence.
Huh?
That's like a lot of prisoners that do like work like in the prison. That's like the main way they're compensated. Maybe a little thing for some commissary money, but it's mostly like hours off of their sentence.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of them get paid.
Which, I mean...
They walk out with a check.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
yeah, but I mean, they usually make like... But they make like cents to the dollar.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's jobs, a lot of times it's like caller jobs, like phone call, like they're selling airline, they're making reservations for airlines and shit. Dude, Bloomberg.
I'd rather just sit.
Bloomberg was using prisoners.
I'd just rather sit in prison.
Bloomberg was using prisoners to fucking call people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty tight. That's kind of an alpha move. Wait, Bloomberg's like a billionaire, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he was still, well, I guess...
He owns his own news network.
I guess that's why he was so rich, is because he does things like uses prisoners.
Yeah, well, dude, it's all about... Give us that ass. Screw the bag.
Need money.
Explain what kind of gun you have, Dirty Harry. Oh, Dad, why are you running? I want to explain to you my gun. I want to talk about my gun.
It's weird. He doesn't use any racial epithets in this, does he?
No.
And this is the time to do it.
This was called...
But he's throwing gook and shit out left and right.
That's where the movie fucks up. Oh, yeah. Gran Torino was allegedly supposed to be the last Dirty Harry movie. No, it's not. It's not the
Dirty
character.
Harry starts to get fucking crazy and paranoid. And just waiting to point that magnum at another motherfucker.
Yeah, he's made racist by the system.
Oh man, I thought he was like a war vet, and
you don't really know much about him. He doesn't even get any pussy.
It's pretty vague.
The thing is,
they kind of don't acknowledge it. It's like Peter Dinklage as a midget. They don't acknowledge him.
Wait, I could have swore there was a scene where he does use racial epithets, but he does it like in Bad News Bears to make like the age old, like every conservative makes this. I hate everybody equally, but they don't hate everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate black people.
The best thing to do.
I hate everybody equally. That usually means I hate black people.
When people say I hate everybody equally, you go, so you hate black people. And they're like, I hate everybody. And they're like, okay, so answer this question. Do you hate black people? And they're like, no, this is
No, I hate everybody.
I want you to say yes or no to this question.
Oh, you're kind of backwards explaining how Black Lives Matters works.
Actually, yeah. In a weird way, that is exactly what it is.
I remember in 08, I was on the L in Chicago and I was drunk and I was hitting on this fucking girl.
The L is the train, right?
Yeah, I was talking to this girl and she goes, and she was a poli-sci major at like UIC or something.
Was she a Tridel? Sounds like a slut.
I don't know, but I would have put on a mask, pretended to be her boyfriend, and gone down on her. But then she goes, we were talking about the election because it was really exciting, and she goes, I'm not voting for Obama just because he's black. And then I go, you're not voting for Obama just because he's black? She goes, that's not what I said. That's exactly what she said.
That's really funny though. She was saying she's voting for Obama, but
she said she's voting for McCain. And she goes, I'm not gonna vote for Obama just because he's black. And I thought you were saying for Obama just because he's black.
I thought you were saying that she was saying like there's more reasons to why I'm voting for Obama than him being black. Like, I'm not voting for Obama just because he's black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I perceived that.
You would think, because she was a poli-sci major at UIC, exactly, which is why she surprised me. I go, you're voting for John McCain?
Like, what?
Why would you vote for...
Motherfucker can't even reach his arms above his head.
And Sarah Palin? Like, ugh.
Well, people like John McCain a lot more than a lot of other Republican figures.
Yeah, but he was still pretty awful.
Yeah.
Last one to vote for, he fought the Martin Luther King holiday, which was not good. And I looked this up. There was a music video by Public Enemy for a song called "By the Time I Get to Arizona," because Arizona would not do the Martin Luther King holiday. And in the video, they have where they fantasize about assassinating the governor. I went back and I was wondering if it was McCain, but he was the senator, so I was disappointed. It might have been just some random politician, but in the video they kill like some politician from Arizona. My father. There's a clip of Meghan McCain on YouTube you could look up, where it's her just saying, "My father, my father, my father, my father, my father, my father, my father."
Sounds miserable.
Do you know what kind of gun that is?
Do you want to take a break?
That's a .44 Magnum. It would be great every time he pulls out his gun or does anything with his gun. He finds an excuse to talk about it, or it's like, take your gun out and throw it on the ground. I don't know if I should throw it on the ground. It's the .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world.
It could blow my ankles clean off.
It could blow our penises, our cocks clean off.
He says a different body part every time. It could blow.
It can blow your arm clean off.
It can blow the septum of your nose. Clean off.
Careful with that gun. It's a .44 Magnum.
Why the fuck is he wearing that? Doesn't he already know what he looks like? No, he's only talking to him on the phone.
No, we do.
Yeah, only we do.
Are you acting really annoying so that I hate you when Dirty Harry kills you? Because I feel like you're manipulating me.
I just want you to know I found a
He's a Mexican. He's not used to the woods. He's lost.
Is he wearing Harry's blazer now?
I don't know. They probably shop at the same place.
Him and Harry rocking the same blaze, dude.
Yeah. They're like Men's Warehouse.
They go to restaurants and order the same thing. Dang, he's got a hog on him. Wow, I want him to suck my dick.
Oh, wait.
See this?
This
is an 11 Magnum.
This is a switchblade. This is the most powerful knife in the world. Of course. This guy just hams it up, man. Listen, you gotta. Don Siegel's like, you gotta be as aggravating as possible.
See this? This is a 44 millimeter knife.
When he stabs you, could you scream like a bitch?
It can open your femoral artery clean up.
You won't be able to golf anymore.
You ready to roll down a hill, you fucking asshole? Damn, dude, rolling down that hill with a knife in your leg, that would be a real bitch.
It'd be cool if he just had like little tidbits of knowledge about the park they're in.
Oh.
This is the People's Park. Park was founded in 18...
Damn it, these were my white pants. You got my white pants dirty. You got my white pants dirty, Harry. Hey, look what I did.
He's like, I gotta get to my gun. It's a 44 Magnum, the most powerful
fuck.
handgun in the world.
Yeah, he pulled that blade 2 inches out of his fucking leg without falling back on the ground. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, dude.
I thought you weren't gonna kill him.
Blow his knee clean off. This is a 44 Magnum. It'll blow your fucking ACL.
Okay, he's going into a hospital. Do you want to stop now?
Sure.
All right. He's going into the hospital.